again. Let me fix this situation, but yeah, waiting for the 2 o'clock update, and that should be coming any minute now. So, um, but yeah, we do have other systems here, but that'll be covered after this whole situation is done. So bear with me. Um, so yeah, let's go in here. So yeah, this is definitely something I need to focus on right now. So we got, I want to say Brandon Kopek, Vince Walty. Did not mean to do that number, but okay. Let me turn that down. Um, what? Oh, that's the excessive rain stuff. This is Brandon Kopek. So yeah, we're live again. Going to live control room and stuff like that. We do have an active tornado warning for Osceola area, Florida. Um, and yeah, this is not looking too good here. Holopaw, heads up. You're in the warning. You might as well take shelter. Um, so velocity. Yeah, the tornado would be in this area. Um, let's go coefficient. See if there's anything confirmed on the ground. Possibly something right here. Um, so yeah, that's something to watch out for. Um, enabling this here. Moving that to live chat so all comments will pop up. And again, I do apologize for ending stream prematurely last time because I had food. Um, but this is just one of many storms. This is just part of this bigger system that is Ian. Um, so yeah, this thing definitely made landfall by now. Um, like, um, yeah. Port Charlotte, Murdoch, uh, yeah, Murdoch. Okay, St. James, here we go. Still 155. And definitely on land. So I had a jet just east. So yeah, official landfall. According to this, official landfall with North Captiva Island. Just trying to have this jet north though. Although I don't think it will do that. I might just continue to just go east or basically do what's been doing and just go this northeast kind of situation here. But 120. Everything's about the same. Yeah, Murdoch. This is the area here that I'm more concerned about. Um, you got all this water in this situation. This is going to be a big old issue here. Um, but here we go. 70-mile-an-hour winds cannot rule out hurricane going into Orlando or hurricane leaving Florida. Um, 65-mile-an-hour winds may be a hurricane upon landfall on the Georgia-South Carolina border. 50-mile-an-hour wind tropical storm this far inland. This is why I say cannot rule out a hurricane at landfall. If it's that far inland as a tropical storm. Post-tropical cyclone may be brief tropical depression beforehand with 35-mile-an-hour winds and then 25-mile-an-hour winds. That's the same gist stuff here. Satellite imagery. This is just one of many of what's happening. Cone. No new changes in terms of hurricane warnings, tropical storm warnings, and whatnot. Although I did notice that Cuba's tropical storm warnings have expired. Um, models and wind. So that hasn't really changed. So yeah, let's go back over here because this is major issues here. We still got Brandon, Billy in downtown Murdoch. Um, so yeah, this is a whole thing here. Um, so, and I did have this muted, so there's No audio coming from the guys and stuff like that. And millibars, the pressure has been dropping. 975 with Murdoch. This guy's very confident this is going to be going over Murdoch, and I'm confident that it will too. Um, so yeah, this is a whole situation here. We got this. I want to say is Brandon Kopik. Yep, pressure is at 983, 984 millibars. Um, you're just basically at sea level. Um, so yeah, this is a whole situation here. Dew point, pressure, and all that big stuff here. So, but no video coming in. Probably lost service. But he also just crossed this bridge here. It looks like. Um, okay, that's I don't care. Um, oh, another extreme wind warning was just issued for Cape Coral, Lehigh Heights, and Fort Myers, Florida until 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Extremely dangerous hurricane force winds. Threat. Yeah, treat this as like a major tornado coming through. That's like the size of, well, this polygon. Um, Seek shelter immediately. If you're along the coast, you shouldn't even be there. 1,223,454 people, 219 schools, and 19 hospitals affected by this. So the other communities in this is Captiva, which is where the hurricane made landfall. So that area might be a little bit calm right now, actually, because of the eye, but don't let your guard down because once the eye completely moves over, you're going to get slapped. I got Sanibel, Estero, Bonita Springs, uh, Fort Myers Shores, Port Charlotte, Northport, the Murdoch area, Sarasota, Osprey, Arcadia, Venice, Inglewood, and Rotunda, and Bokeelia, and Matlacha, and Hull, Arcadia, all that whole area there. We got Interstate 75 and Highway 17, a few other highways, I'm sure. Yeah, Highway 72, 780 looks like, and 31 and 20, and a couple other highways there. Heads up for Talivast and Gardner. You're close to this, same as Naples Park and Golden Gate, so you might want to take these precautions as well. Um, so yeah, this is the whole situation here. You're gonna want to take shelter accordingly. Don't want to get harmed or anything like that. Don't want to get yourself killed. This is not something to get yourself killed over. Um, yeah. So that's, I guess, a report from Wreckers. Um, so let's go to National Weather Service Tampa. See what else is popping up. But storm surge, like, yeah, shelter in place and stuff like that. This is the other one that's actually just expired, um, but yeah, this is what we're looking at here. This is the forecasted storm surge, 12 to 16 feet, where the landfall is. Note you gotta add tides to this because this does not take tides into account. So this is above tide levels. So this is not what actual storm surge is gonna be. You got to take into account the other stuff, um uh the tides. You gotta take that into account. So let's go high end 16 feet, and with the average tides being around 2, maybe 3 feet for high tide. Um, and let's see, this is going up to 1 foot 77 in about a couple hours. Um, that you tack that on there. That's basically an 18-foot storm surge. Um, let's go here. See the next high tide, 1.5 feet again, 18-foot storm surge. This is what you got to take into account. So basically, Better hope your home is not below 18 feet, 20 feet above sea level. Because you're gonna see nasty storm surge. 172, but that's gonna be a few hours, so the tides might. No, it's not. The storm is very slow moving, or it just seems that way, considering that there's updates every hour. So it looks like it's slow moving. But as is, it could very well still be slow moving. Um, and all of these locations are at high tide or on its way to become high tide. So this is something to watch out for. Looks like we have a hurricane report in Fort Myers Beach, showing storm surge levels up to first floor buildings, the roofs of the first floor buildings. This is what I'm talking about. The 18 feet. This is gonna overwhelm buildings. And this is why the Waffle House has been shutting down. Because they're underwater. They ain't gonna sell to mermaids. But Fort Myers Beach. Oh. It is starting to weaken considering it's over land, so that's a good sign. But it's not weakening fast enough. We are at high tide. We're going to be there in the next 30 minutes. That is where you're going to get the 21 foot. That's still 19, 20 feet for the storm surge there. So yeah, it's at high tide. Of course, homes are going to be overwhelmed. But looks like we got another update. This is starting to weaken. That's the saving grace there, but that doesn't mean anything. And it's over water again, at least the center is. Bokelia with 150-mile-an-hour winds, Cat 3, 120, going for Edgeville. And everything else is about the same. It's just the fact it's got a little bit weaker considering it's impacting land and closer to Murdoch. We're looking at final Florida landfall in Murdoch. And considering how slow this thing's moving, 9 miles. It's moving at 9 miles. And that's actually been pretty consistent for a while. It's slowing down, which is not a good thing. Because this thing is it's just gonna enhance rainfall totals, the onslaught in Florida. This is not gonna be good, but it does have a trend to speed up 12 miles, but slowing down 6 miles. 6 miles an hour. 12 miles, wait, that's 65. 12 miles, and then slowing down further, 6 miles. Satellite imagery, did that change at all? No. Not really, but it is showing that it is weakening. But everything else is just going to be the same, so I need to go there. Horrible. It's so horrible, you misspelled horrible. It's horrible, not horrible. But St. James City, they're definitely water. They're gonna high tide in the next 10 minutes. 8 minutes. High tide is in the next 8 minutes. So what is that currently? It's at 2.21, but the current is not exactly there, but 1.49, 1.94, and that's on the verge of reaching there. But another 5 minutes after. So this area is about to go into high tide. 343. So this area is gonna get a lot worse. Excessive rainfall, that's definitely warranted. Get quite a bit of lightning in the eye wall. And I'm sure you're probably getting quite a bit of lightning up here, especially where the tornado is. Let's see if there's any new stuff with the tornado. Okay, rotation is kind of weakening, so that's a good sign. But I can't even get the tornado warning because it's covered by that. Got another 16 minutes on the warning. Hurricane warnings, these are going to be extended. Because 5 hours is definitely not long enough. But you got hurricane warnings, tropical storm surge warnings, storm surge warnings. Those are also going to be extended. Expect them to be extended. Tropical storm warnings. And then from there, I guess hurricane watches pop up. Go away. Anyways, continuing on. Tropical storm warnings, tropical storm warnings, tropical storm warnings. This is going to be for a lot of locations. Flash flood warning for Clark, Nevada, San Bernardino, California, Riverside, and San Bernardino area of California. We got hurricane watches. There's going to be quite a few of these. Tropical storm watches. Was not expecting tropical storm watches to be issued, but here we are. I can see that storm surge watch, and that's at the ends actually. Pretty ironic how the flash flood warnings are not for the hurricane, but for a couple of locations over here. This is where the flash flood warnings are. There's one here near Las Vegas, and a couple in 29 Palms. Because of this little cell here. This is where the flash flood warnings are. Probably gonna have another one be issued for this area. Oh gosh, that is Kingston Peak. Yeah, this thing could definitely produce some flooding. This is where the flash flood warning is. Not where this monster is. Oh, right. But again, no, people are gonna be talking and stuff like that, so I can't really control what other people do. And it looks like they let the tornado warning expire prematurely. Probably not a good thing, but the eye is starting to close. Tends to happen when they weaken, the eyes tend to just go away. So this is something to watch out for as well. But yeah. Again, if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Like, I'm willing to answer. Just gotta have questions to answer first. That's the whole thing there. But can't answer what you don't ask. Okay, that's interesting. But yeah. St. Petersburg, buoy here, air temperature 80. Okay. Sea surface 83. So this thing has kind of caused the temperatures to drop a little bit, which is a good thing. It'll probably help hamper potential repeats. So that's a good sign. This is a concern here. Let's go here to see about some potential rotation, because this is probably gonna be loaded with water spouts. And yeah, this is looking at nasty potential water spouts here. This is not a good sign. And yeah, they're just rescheduling the launch until November to be sure that the hurricane season is not gonna try anything crazy. Definitely looking at a possible water spout here. But this is a situation. This looks nasty. So continuing on, let's go back over here, see the eye and other systems that could be producing tornadoes. Because any of these little cells that are popping up has the potential to produce them. So, oh, we actually have a flash flood warning now. Gonna have to go out here to get to it. Or not, because it's still got the tropical storm force winds popping up. See? This is outside the cone. Still got tropical storm winds. So, pushing hurricane force. That's hurricane force. Outside the cone. You don't need to be in the cone to be in danger. Let's try to get the flash flood warning. Or better yet, go to Twitter. Because then I don't have to fight anything. Um, National Weather Service Director. Um, I don't leave the house. Why is that all on caps? Like, I think that has something to do with Ian. I have a feeling that has something to do with Ian. This goes to all the flash flood warnings. So this is for Northport, Port Charlotte, and Venice, Florida until 7:15 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Expect that to get extended. Here's the other warnings here. We got 29 Palms, California, San Bernardino, and Riverside counties of California. One person. Okay, so 14,037 people between the two. And an Indian Springs, Nevada until 2:15 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, with a little over 7,500 people in this. And we've been having flash flood warnings popping up here, but those have been expired. Also looks like we might have there's some flooding issues in New York yesterday as well. Fairbank's not a concern. Miami is the concern. Tampa is the concern. All of Florida is a concern. Oh, weakened just before landfall. It didn't strengthen. It weakened. That's a good sign. But yeah. Hurricane Ian has made landfall. This was 5 minutes ago. As an extremely dangerous Category 4 hurricane near Cayo Costa, Florida, with oh, hello, Joe. I didn't see you there. Yeah, there's been tornadoes. There was a borderline tornado emergency in Miami yesterday. Well, near Miami yesterday. Um, like it's barely in. I want to say 10 miles an hour. The hurricane itself is moving at 10 miles an hour. It's moving pretty slow. But yeah, this thing is 150 mile an hour winds near Cayo Costa, Florida, and pressure of 940. And this is just, people are definitely shooting up on that. Avoid driving. Yeah, avoid going outside, period, unless if you have to save your life because your home is flooded. And just know you should have evacuated ahead of time. This was 2 hours ago, 112 mile an hour wind gusts in Naples. So, this is a situation here. That was 4 hours ago. I don't know why they're not doing that. But clearly, National Weather Service Tampa is the one that we're going to want to have. Tallahassee might have some stuff there down the line, but right now this is having the issues. Obviously, I'm retweeting this. I'll retweet the same thing, but in Spanish. But National Weather Service Melbourne also has a lot in this. Check. Yeah, Hollopaw, 3:30. This is the next 7 minutes. And technically it did expire, but I'm still going to retweet it because it might fire back up again. National Weather Service Jacksonville. And then we'll go Tallahassee as well because it's a whole issue here. Wind conditions at bridge areas. That would be something to watch for sure. But yeah, slowly moving. It's definitely moving slowly. Yeah, keep generators outside, never use them inside. Place generators at least 20 feet from buildings. Direct the exhaust away from the buildings. Just hope that the wind ain't pushing the exhaust into the buildings to begin with. So that's a situation there. Because you don't want carbon monoxide poisoning, because then you're gonna think you're having a poltergeist attack or paranormal attack. And only paranormal attacks we want are the ones that are legit, not the ones because you're high on carbon monoxide. And they talk about hurricane kits and stuff like that. Definitely do that. You're gonna want hygiene items. That does include masks and stuff. I'm not talking about COVID or anything like that. I'm talking about if this thing were to break up some roofs on some of the older buildings and you get the asbestos. If it starts any fires, you don't want any ash from the fires getting in your lungs, and any leaking gas. You don't want those in your, like the gas that's not good for your lungs. Although the COVID mask probably won't really help with those, but it'll help with any asbestos dust that the storm may kick up, along with other issues. I'm not just talking about disease with the masks. I'm talking about other issues that could mess with you. Um, so yeah, those COVID masks have more than one use, is what I'm saying. And if anything, you could tie-dye them with like fake blood and have like a fun little COVID zombie costume for Halloween. Just putting that out there. You'll probably get shot depending on where you pull that stuff, but it'll be a fun YouTube prank video, you know. Um, but red flag warning. Oh, oh. Now I see why people are calling it flouts. Okay, I didn't know fires was an actual danger here. So, we got red flag warnings. So, where the hurricane is not having impacts, there's a fire risk. What? That's a issue. That I was not expecting. Okay. But I can assure you right now, after this, Florida's gonna be drought free, except for maybe the panhandle where the red flag warnings are. But yeah, Florida's likely gonna be um drought free. Biden, I don't care. Hurricane Ian. Fun, I just have to put the H, and it pops up. Gonna pause to clear notifications, because that one will dox me. And we're back. I do apologize, that had to happen. I got emails that I had to handle. So video circulating. Houses floating off their foundations in Fort Myers Beach. Not just are they going completely underwater, they're swimming. The homes are swimming. This is not good. Those are completely collapsed. I hope they were empty. I hope they were empty of life. Because if they weren't then, they definitely are now. Even if there's any one in there, they're definitely void of life now. But this is a whole issue here. But Eyewall is packed with lightning right now. Yeah, this thing is definitely an issue here. And that was an hour ago. But Bonita Beach, Florida. Why are you walking out there, you crazy? Oh, saving a cat. Perched on. Okay, you're good. You're the good kind of crazy. Saving a cat. That's nice. That cat is probably like, I don't. But yeah. So there's a reason for that one. I retweet that, obviously. That's nice. Yeah. Cat's like, okay. But hopefully they make it out. But yeah, it's just like there's a possibility the cat was stray to begin with, but still, don't leave your pets. They don't deserve to go through the hurricane as much as you do. Okay? Like, Like, it's one of those cases where just get out of the area. If no shelters are gonna take your pets, then, well, just go family and friends. Don't be an asshole in that aspect so you can go to family and friends. So you don't have to rely on shelters. It's very simple. Just don't be an asshole so people will help you out when things happen. Otherwise, you're on your own and you did it to yourself. Andrew, you crazy. No, this is what the storms normally do. When it's an outflow, you get a negative storm surge, and water goes away. This is what happens. Makes landfall. Yeah, already been doing that. Already been on this. You're a bit late on this, Weather Channel. Get with the times. But speaking of Weather Channel, Mike Seidel, here's the footage they're getting. Time lapse of Sanibel Island, Florida, caught on live traffic cam. This is only 30 minutes condensed down. It deteriorated quickly. Yeah, that's only took 30 minutes to do this. This is the difference 20 minutes makes. This is not good. Yeah, do not get in the water. What are you guys doing? What the hell? That thing nearly swiped you into the pole. You about got a concussion. You idiot. Oh my god. I'm crazy like this, but not that crazy. I ain't gonna get myself killed crazy. Yeah, the bay water is getting sucked out and slammed into South Florida. Okay. He's definitely ready. Don't mess with that guy. Do not try to loot that guy. Why the condom, though? But everything else, yeah, you're basically on the dot. What? I don't understand this guy. I don't understand this guy anymore. Raider Omega, yeah. KO Custa. Final stand before the eye of Ian. Early storm surge, Pine Island. This was 6 hours ago. And this is just... Cannot retrieve tweets at this time. That's nice. That's what it cuts off. Rude. But... yeah. But yeah, this is a whole situation here. And yes, the Halloween music continues. I just had to move a few things around, but the Halloween movie the Halloween music continues because why not? May have a mid-roll or two with that one. Hopefully that's not the case, and if so, I'll skip it accordingly. But Hurricane Ian making landfall. 23 Cuban migrants' boat sinks off Florida due to Hurricane Ian. 23 are missing. I did not know that was going to be a thing here. This is not good. And the thing is, they probably got on the boat to get away from Ian. It's not good. But, yeah, this is not a good thing. Wait, what? I didn't know that was a thing that could happen. That's new. Okay. That's new. But Goshen News. Yeah. This is a whole issue here. Made landfall, and this is just... Yeah. Yeah, because it'd be a bad image for him. That's why he's doing that. Like, if this happened, if this was 2021, he would not care. Um. Oh. They're all concerned about this dream guy. What the hell? Like, Dream, are you alive? Like, oh my gosh. But yeah. Sarasota. Hurricane Ian. Yeah, okay. 110-mile-per-hour wind speeds in some areas. This is a issue. Um, could is a bit of an understatement. Eunuch. Um, it's more like you will lose power. Report your outage. Like, Duke Energy is gonna have power either. Um, not could. It's not a matter of if. It's a matter of when. The hell? But I'll retweet that for those that want to talk about that stuff. Text out to the numbers, I guess. Or just tweet them. Tweet them. That works. Um, Apple News. Everything's on. All eyes are on Ian. All eyes are on Ian. And actually, gonna pause real quick, and I could pull up something here and BRB. And we're live. I do apologize, but out of curiosity, because this is a thing you can do, I looked up the birth, I guess, event birth chart for Ian. This is tied for when Ian formed as Tropical Depression 9. And for those that are astrology fans, the whole having Uranus retrograde with North Node and Taurus is usually a sign that this is going to be a dangerous storm. And I guess a couple of Mars and Gemini means this thing has the spotlight. This thing has a spotlight and it's out for blood. I bet that Mercury retrograde plus the sun is in Libra. It's definitely going to knock out power. That's why I'm saying it's definitely going to knock out power. Well, you don't need to look at the freaking zodiac sign to see this. But it's definitely going to knock out power. And you got Moon and Venus both in Virgo. So again, this thing has the spotlight. Ascendant is Leo, but it's like, yeah, Ascendant's Leo. So yeah, this thing has a spotlight, according to what that says. For the astrology fans out there, this thing has a spotlight. That was 5 minutes ago. That was 5 minutes ago. The sun! Yeah, meaning you got the situation. Yeah, Floridians. Yeah, this is where the memes come in. Cat 4 or 5. Yeah, that's just running out the way. Yeah, because remember, Andrew was a Cat 5 at Landfall. And there's sharks in the streets. Okay. There's sharks in the streets. This is why they say don't go into the water. Not just because the water is gonna fling you about, but because there's sharks in it. And they're just as panicked as you are, because the hurricane put them in spots that they're not used to, and they're like, what the hell? They're just as freaked out, and animals act aggressively when they're freaked out. They can act aggressively when they're freaked out. This is more footage from Fort Myers. Yeah. This is not a good sign for sure. Not retweet for sure. Just retweet basically everything I go off of here, but yeah. But flood threat is very high. Florida braces for disaster. Universe, please protect the good of the people, yeah. And this is a whole issue here. Red Cardinal couple riding out the storm and probably wondering where this bird feeder went. Yeah. They're like, what the hell? Yeah, probably because the wind took it. Yeah, so we got... Hell, it's so bad that you've got people that partook in that riot, that situation on January 6th, volunteering to help out. Hello, Joe. Yeah, see ya. Yeah, and so much more going on, but it's like, okay, this is fun. But, like, you even got this going on. Like, okay, this is definitely... I'm just sending this to Discord, actually. Because, like, this is how bad it's gotten. But I get some replies to that, like, oh my gosh. Happy to see people off the roads. So, you're on them. Yes. Yes. Yeah, people listen to that. But, yeah. But, that's the whole situation. Actually gonna pause again. I do gotta message someone. And we're live again. Okay. Yeah, so that's a quick thing. Just didn't want to dox them or anything. Because low numbers. But, yeah. Red Cross is already hauling out blood to those impacted by the disaster. So, there's that. If you could donate and stuff like that, just gonna retweet. This all would be... Basically, what I retweet will be on my Twitter. Twitter handle would be Zugomugo. So, yeah. Just keep that in mind. Makes landfall in Florida. And... yeah. Yeah, we're waterproof. Yeah, until it gets into your lungs and then you fucking die. Yeah. If you could keep the water out of your lungs, you're waterproof. But if you can't do that, you're dead. You psycho. And this is coming from a conservative. This is a psycho thing here. Like, nah. And CNB is... I don't know why you gotta tag Trump and Biden in this again. Like, what? Ian Hurricane? What the hell? It ain't a lake where you put the name of the lake before the... what it is. The heck? No. Well, even then, with the lake, sometimes you put lake and then the name of the lake. Like Lake Michigan. It's not... It ain't... Michigan Lake. It is Lake Michigan. Like, the heck? I don't get people. Yeah, that's kind of been known, so we're kind of caught up. We're not caught up anymore, let's be honest. It's the storm surge. This is from Miss Andrew. People are definitely praying. Maybe the orange mango Jesus. What? Orange mango Jesus? What the you guys say? Oh, I'm confused. Orange mango Jesus? What? Is this a play against Trump or something? What? I don't know anymore. Yeah, Kevin Craig. Because this is... Yeah. Hoping nobody gets killed. Thinking it's safe to go out when the eye... Yeah. Just because it's calm doesn't mean it's gonna stay calm. The eye is a false... Is a false... hope. It's a false hope. Do not go outside when it starts to be nice, because you're gonna get slapped in the face by a wall of water. Don't do that. Okay. But... How tall is Ian? Basically, with the eye wall, it goes all the way up to the stratosphere, at least to my knowledge. Considering they're very vulnerable to wind shear, they would have to get pretty tall for that to be an issue. So, yeah, that's gonna be a whole situation. Yeah. All the Reed Timmer's I'm not sure Reed Timmer's tied with the Weather Channel, but... No, he's not. He's tied with AccuWeather. Yeah, Mother Nature is out for blood. That's what it means. This is for what it looks like for a 6-foot-tall person. Yeah, you'll be dead. This is what the street normally looks like. This is what it is now. It's part of the ocean. So, yeah. Anyways, continuing on. Yeah. And everyone's... That is Ian. This is the eye of Charlie. Ian is larger than Charlie. Larger eyes? That's an interesting aspect with this. Everything doubled in size. This is not... Okay. Again, these are not the same storms. Similar landfall location, wind speed, and pressure. Different size and speed in which Hurricane Ian, far more dangerous and damaging. And the towns near Fort Myers have doubled in population and more than doubled in home price. But yeah. HubSpot Academy? What? Social media marketing? Okay, is this some work from home thing? I'll look into that, but... Yeah. Okay, that's nice. Do that. Yeah. You're home. No, dude. Again with the crazies. Again with the crazy. But again, it's Florida. Florida man, you crazy. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that whole, like, saying vital part of preparing for hurricane season is to get vaccinated. For tetanus. Not COVID. Tetanus. That's what we want to get vaccinated for. Because you might step on some stuff where you're going to need to get a tetanus shot anyways. So get vaccinated for tetanus. But outside of that, what he's saying is basically get vaccinated or die in a fucking hurricane. And that is fucking horrible. Like, that's literally what... what it's like, oh my god, no. And that's what a couple islands did with some volcanic eruptions. Is like either get vaccinated and get off the island, or don't get vaccinated and become a Pompeii statue. And it's like, bitch. Like this what makes it, that's what makes it so untrustworthy. That's the whole thing. That's what makes the whole thing untrustworthy. It's like you're literally giving them an ultimatum: get vaccinated or fucking die. In the most gruesome ways possible. And this is not what I'm for. Like, I'm all for encouraging people to get vaccinated, but not give them life or death situations and force them to, if they want to live. Yeah, water rising. Yeah. It's weakening from there, so. This thing's not being on Cat 5. Satellite imagery shows that with the landfall. Okay. This is more footage from Ian. The comet, may possibly delay or suspend service to routes in our area until the threat has passed. So, whatever the hell comet does, expect delays on that. I don't know what the hell comet does, so... yeah. Okay. Yeah. But... Fort Myers, again, this is all debris from the storm surge. Like, who's the new guy? What? Who's this guy? Like, who the hell? Of course some Florida man guy gotta come in and get involved. What are you talking about? Yeah, constant Hurricane Ian jokes. And why is it all, again, they're pushing vaccine stuff. Like, this is not the time. But... Duramus in Naples? Or just underwater. Port Charlotte. And Daytona Beach business brought out boards used during Hurricane Dorian in 2019. And... oh, they just took out the door, and now it's Ian. Okay. Now that is recycling. That is recycling. So... yeah, it becomes one of the 10 strongest storms to hit the U.S. The strongest is still from 1935 with that Labor Day hurricane. And they're trying to say that's a sign that things are gonna get worse. Like, what? Nothing has gotten worse than Labor Day. There, so... Marco Island. Tampa. Sounding today, north side. Okay, that's not a good sign there. 125 mile an hour wind. 124 mile an hour wind gusts at Punta Gorda. That's not a good sign. Yeah. But yeah, this is a big old thing. Dauntless hurricane. What the hell? What? Yeah, street sharks. Most Florida thing ever, yeah. And the sharks are just as much freaked out as the people. Um... Yeah. Insurance is gonna love that guy. Um... But Bright Line train construction. So that's gonna be some issues there. Pressure at 935 here. Okay, still in the eye wall in Port Charlotte. Now speed cleaning. Okay. Okay, I don't know. But we're approaching more updates on this. Let's check here again. There's no active tornado warnings or anything like that, to my knowledge. But I see how they prioritize tornadoes over hurricane warnings, though. That's very interesting. The eye is completely over land. That's a sign that... Let's see what Vince has on radar. Because it's probably looking nice and sunny. But 950 millibars. That is very low pressure. But we're not getting signal. Interesting enough. Still got a bit of cloudiness. So... And I wouldn't be surprised, considering, well, this just picks up the storms. This doesn't pick up clouds. This just picks up the storms. So yeah, he's gonna have some cloud issues. Still. This is probably the thing that's saying the 124 mile downwind gust at ASO station. So yeah, Brian is approaching Eyewall. Well, what? We're gonna be looking into that. Now it looks like. This just happened. Okay. Barbuda just got slapped with a 4.8, 4.9 quake. Literally 10 minutes ago. Was not expecting to have to cover that. 35.4 miles of depth. There's coordinates, depth of 1 terajoule. Oh no. 1 terajoule of energy released. But now let's go back to Brian Kopek. Brandon, not Brian. Brandon Kopek. Will footage come in? But still at 983, 984 millibars. I don't know what he's stuck behind, but there's a couple other people there. Definitely has that storm vehicle there that just looks like, yeah, it's storm. Got the... Oh, that's the airport. Put to go to airport. Yeah, those planes are definitely grounded. But... also, yeah. Doing a quick bathroom break. So, there be... Might have some ads pop up. Actually, gonna probably play an ad just to help with that sort of thing. So, just gonna have this on loop while I do that. Yeah, stay safe out there. See you when I get back. Okay, we're back, but changing things up a little bit because the dogs are gonna have to go outside, but taking this with. And looks like we have an update on Ian. More updates are coming in for the other stuff, but we can't really do anything with that. That's just not the focus right now. It has weakened further, 145 mile an hour winds. As it heads for that. There's a good chance that this may not just not make landfall in Port Charlotte, but make landfall in Charlotte Harbor Preserve State Park. There is a possibility that we are looking at, looks like. Yeah, sound is on. It's just I wasn't here. I was doing a couple things. Had to use the bathroom and stuff, but that's the thing. Also note, while the dogs are outside, won't necessarily be able to see the comments, so bear with me for that. So yeah, this is a whole situation. Looking at but we're still gonna be covering this despite being outside. I don't care about your event. But yeah, still looking at 120 mile an hour winds by 7 p.m. tonight. Tropical storm with 70 mile an hour winds. And that, yeah, dogs are needing to go out again. So, 65 mile an hour winds. 65, 50 at landfall. Well, after landfall in South Carolina. Cannot rule out a hurricane landfall in South Carolina. 35 mile an hour winds, post-tropical, near Monarch Mill, and 25 mile an hour winds near Patterson. And that would be North Carolina, actually. So, satellite imagery. Cone models and all that stuff is about to be the same, so yeah. Cone models and wind. That's all the same. Go away, what the hell? So yeah, that is all the same. No change there. That could go away. That's not detrimental or anything. It's just like, okay, less stuff here. It might load, stuff will probably load a little bit better. But Codrington, yeah, this is what looking at here. 16.1 kilometers of depth. That's what they raised that to. So if you're tuning into the channel thinking I covered that in a video, I do apologize. Main focus right now is Ian. In the eye right now, at least. Brandon, Vince are both in the eye. Murdoch is still at Walmart. I didn't know there's a Walmart right here. There's Kids Star Park, Buffalo Wild Wings. But yeah, Billy is still here. I might as well check mail while I'm out here if they didn't check it already. But yeah, this again, Billy's footage is going in and out because, well, obvious reasons. What? Ay, ay, ay. Just because we don't like it when you start fires with your gender reveal doesn't mean you dye freaking waterfalls blue or pink. No. Can we stop having environmentally damaging gender reveal parties? Especially from the party that's all like, you can't just know people's genders. Like, hope! 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 Come on! Of course I gotta come get you. Hope! Stop being it. Ay, 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 dogs will listen. Get away from the road. Get away from the road. I was gotta get the dogs to listen half the time. But yeah, this whole situation. But yeah, everyone's in the eye. Looks like, but soon this area might end up being in the eye if the eye doesn't close up by then. It should take a while before that's an issue. So yeah, that's a whole thing here. Okay, we got a train nearby. But yeah, we got quite a bit of leaves on the ground right now, it looks like, but nothing too crazy. Got a bit of acorns here. I'm not sure what producing that, but we got some acorns here. Oh, we do have an oak. We do have an oak tree. That's good to know. The fact I lived in this property for about 2 years and didn't notice that we had an oak tree. That's just a concern on my part. Like, that's just more or less just being blind on my part. Treat, 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 treat! Treat, 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 treat! Come on! Come on, guys! Come on! I know! I've got a busy day. Y'all can't just stay out here. Come on! Treat! Come on! Treat! Ball! Treat! Come on! Got them coming in. Got them running. Come on! Come on! Got 2 out of 3. First round, now it's getting that third one. And here she comes. So we're good. Go, go! Go, 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 go! Go, 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 go! It gets some scrumming. Come on, girl. But yeah. That's basically how that's going. But yeah, let's get that going and ooh. Trying to get this one. Here we go. And go. Alright, we're good. But okay, now I'm back and I can see what you guys are saying said. Nothing. Okay. But yeah, we're back full force. Should have had that playing. Whoops. If I could have plopped another ad or something. Left this playing. Oh well. We're here now. That's what matters. 5.0 in Antigua Barbuda, 5.0 in Peru. May hear cat meow, just heads up. I got 2.0 in Tulsa. Okay, that's a concern. Yep. But yeah. But looks at this is, you guys are already like, oh, that's yesterday news. But Oy. So we're gonna end live and just go back to just covering the updates as they come in, because I got other stuff coming in, and the tornadoes are less numerous, and yeah. But and once it gets a little crazy again, I will go live. It's just a matter of waiting for it to go crazy again. So just gonna end stream for right now. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video or stream.